Heavy rain is expected to pick up in areas of southern Queensland and northern New South Wales, which are still recovering from those floods. Claire, Todd Hunter has more.
Well, there is still a concern about flash flooding. There's already been a lot of heavy rain in southern Queensland overnight, particularly in the Darling Downs and Granite Belt region. 4 swiftwater rescue operations have been carried out in the Toowoomba area this morning alone, and sadly 1 person has died as well. Emergency services were called to a car submerged in floodwaters at Kingsthorpe, just west of Toowoomba, where 2 people were trapped in a car in floodwaters. A woman was saved from the vehicle, but sadly a man did die, along with a number of dogs that were in the car as well. Dalby has collected more than 70 millimetres overnight, with nearby totals as high as 160 millimetres here in Queensland. Mile Creek nearby has a major flood warning. Moderate flooding is likely in Dalby, possibly reaching the major level overnight. And the local council there has issued an emergency alert this morning, warning residents in low-lying areas to prepare to move to higher ground if that is needed later on. Now, meantime, severe storms have also impacted the Sunshine Coast overnight. There were totals ranging between 10 to 30 millimetres near the coast, or 30 to 80 millimetres in the hinterland area, although they got up to 120 millimetres with isolated totals. This morning the rain has eased overland, but it is expected to pick back up in northeast New South Wales and southern Queensland, and that's putting a lot of those communities on edge that were dealing with severe flooding earlier this month.
What we are concerned about is that those catchments up there are extremely saturated. So any rain that falls is just going to run off, and we're going to see a significant risk of flash flooding, but it is also going to see potential rapid river rises.
Obviously, the level of anxiety and stress in our community is already very high. Given the rainfall that we've had in the last few days and the prediction coming up over the next few days, we're telling our community to be on watch, to prepare for the worst.
Intense rainfall coming for New South Wales and southeast Queensland could see up to 250 millimetres fall in just 6 hours alone. Authorities are concerned that the flash flooding could be just as intense as what we saw a few weeks ago. The good news, though, is that it's not as likely to be as long-lasting.